His grandfather didn't give speeches. He pressed an axe into Ethan's hands. Some truths don't arrive as words. They arrive as weight. Ethan dodged friction. Open tabs, unfinished tasks, excuses dressed as Wi-Fi and notifications. Comfort felt safe. It kept him small. The cabin sat a mile off a dirt road that quit into pines. No signal, just wind and birds. The old man lived by rules he didn't need to say. Dawn. Steam rose from a blue enamel mug. Up, the old man said. No greeting, no debate, a list on the table. Chop wood, carry water, hike 2 hours, 1 match fires. Leave every place better than you found it. No shortcuts, he said. Ethan swung and missed. The axe skated, bit dirt, numbed his arms. He cursed. The old man tapped the log. Find the grain, aim smaller, breathe. He tried shortcuts, half loads, hidden breaks on the trail. Each win cost him later, dull blades, longer trips, a fire that died at dusk. What do you do when the only person you're cheating is you? The straps burned. The hill didn't care. Neither did the clock. They moved quiet through pine and shadow. Look, the old man said. Deer prints like commas. Wind at your neck means weather turning. Rhythm before strength. At night, rice and beans tasted like a feast. 6 miles rewired hunger. His phone slept in a drawer. His mind got louder, then clearer. Open-loop suggestion. 1 match, the old man said, laying a single stick on the table. Storms coming. They worked in the rain, in bugs, in heat that made your thoughts stick. The old man didn't romanticize it. He wore the same faded cap and said the same few things. You're not tired. You're undisciplined. Hard isn't punishment. It's practice. And once, when Ethan's blister broke and he winced, pain is information. Don't turn it into a story. He tried to quit 2 times. The first, he faked a limp. The old man handed him a walking stick. Use it. The second, he claimed he had a headache. The old man poured him water and tilted his head toward the woodpile. Lessons had boundaries, not loopholes. Ethan stopped counting steps and started keeping promises. Small ones. Stack the wood right. Shoulders down. Finish the hill you're on. By the time the ridge loomed, the rain was a wall. The old man's boots slipped on slick lichen. He twisted, fell, and grunted a sound Ethan had never heard from him. When he tried to stand, his face clenched. The ankle wasn't right. Ethan felt it, panic clawing up the ladder of his ribs. No service, no shortcut, just miles of wet stone and a man who had always been stronger than him, leaning on a boy who didn't believe he could carry anything. Look at me, Grandpa said, voice flat, not unkind. Map, bearing, you know this. He did know it. He knew it because he had been forced to know it, because repetition had done what motivation never could. His hands shook as he took the compass. He found the ridge line on the topo. He remembered a drainage that cut south around the worst of the boulders. He swallowed hard. We can shelter in that copse, he said, pointing. Lead, said the old man. They moved like a single animal. Ethan broke branches for a lean-to and strung a tarp chest high. He cut feather sticks with patience he didn't recognize. He remembered where the dry tinder hides in rain, under bark, inside dead standing wood. He cupped the ferro rod from the wind and showered sparks onto the nest until, finally, one took. He fed it small, then bigger still. The flame held. Heat bloomed. The old man watched, breathing through his teeth, trust passing like a torch. What if the comfort you chase is the trap? Rain. The easy wood was gone. Wet bark laughed at sparks. He cupped the match like it was a vow. By dusk, the cabin appeared between the pines like an answer. They got inside. Ethan wrapped the ankle the way he'd been taught. The old man leaned back, closed his eyes, and let out a laugh that sounded like relief and pride mixed. He opened them and fixed Ethan with a look. "Easy choices make life hard," he said. "Hard choices make life easy." The sentence landed like a stamp. It wasn't a slogan. It was a map. Something in Ethan shifted that night. Not a movie transformation with a soundtrack. A small internal gear clicked into place. He wasn't who he wanted to be, but he knew how to become him. One honest swing at a time. After that, mornings felt different. He beat the alarm. He liked the cold shock of water on his face. He stacked his boots by the door like a promise. He still got tired, still got sore, still had days where the wood didn't split clean and the knots wouldn't hold. But the soundtrack in his head changed. It wasn't "I can't," it was "I don't quit." He failed fast, then adjusted faster. Thinner shavings, dry heartwood, a nest under the ridge rock. Flame caught. He didn't cheer. He learned. They shot the .22 at Cannes, not to play soldier, but to learn respect for skill and consequence. They walked in silence so the woods could speak. They repaired a fence for a neighbor because being useful is a language. Ethan learned to leave a place better than he found it. He learned that competence breeds calm. The summer wasn't a montage of triumphs. He still had moments where he wanted to throw the axe and scream. He had a night where homesickness hit so hard, he sat on the steps and stared at his shoelaces until the feeling passed. He learned feelings pass. When August thinned, the air changed. The lake got colder. The first yellow leaves appeared like warning lights. On the last morning, Ethan stacked the final row of wood shoulder high and felt a satisfaction he couldn't post, couldn't fake, couldn't buy. He turned to his grandfather. "Thank you," he said, and meant it from somewhere new. The old man nodded. "You did the work," he said. "Remember that when nobody's watching." Back home, the old world waited with its siren songs. Notifications tried to claw him back into the loop. He didn't swear off everything. He made choices. He put the phone in another room when he studied. He set an alarm and didn't argue with it. He wrote out what mattered and worked on it before the day could steal it. He sat with assignments until they were done, even when his brain begged for escape. He joined cross-country and hated the first week and showed up anyway. He felt that old voice scratch at the door. He answered it with miles and quiet. His friends noticed. "You're different," one said at lunch. "You joined the woods cult?" Ethan laughed. "Nah, I just got tired of being tired." The silence felt different now. Not empty, earned. He trusted the man who showed up when no one watched. One night, he taped a note above his desk in the same blunt handwriting his grandfather had. "Do the hard thing, now." He looked at it when procrastination crept in. He looked at it when the run felt long. He looked at it when he wanted to drift. It was a compass, not a whip. Growth doesn't send an invitation. It waits in the cold water, in the first mile, in the hard conversation, in the honest swing. If you keep dodging it, your world shrinks. If you meet it, your world opens. Lesson to viewer: do one hard thing today, quietly, not for a post, for your spine. Self-trust is the strength you carry home. Pick one: cold shower, honest email, 10 pages, a hill. Do it unseen. Tell me what you chose. I'll read them tonight.